When it comes to romance for ex-soldier turned mercenary Cloud Strife in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, he is not short of options. His sullen demeanour, physique, penetrative eyes, awkwardness and general nihilism certainly makes him popular with the ladies. Two fan favourite ladies in particular, Tifa and Aerith. There is a divide amongst fans regarding which badass female companion is Cloud's canon love interest. Some maintain that nobody can overshadow childhood sweetheart Tifa in Cloud's heart and mind, and believe it is abundantly clear throughout that Cloud is Tifa's man, and Zack is Aerith's man, meaning that Aerith and Cloud's connection is nothing more than the deep bond of friendship. Some believe that while Tifa will always hold a special place in Cloud's heart, Aerith is definitely the one for Cloud, making her untimely demise and unfortunate backstory all the more tragic. There is certainly a valid argument for each case. Tifa had to pay for Cloud's mercenary services, whilst Aerith never had to pay for Cloud's unwavering protection and loyalty. It's definitely food for thought, but whichever side of the fence you're on, Rebirth provides you with the opportunity to romance both companions. Not at the same time though, get your minds out of the gutters. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth implements a romance system that is a revamped version of the original called Bonds of Friendship, where you can increase Cloud's affinity with certain characters. Providing your bond with Tifa or Aerith is strong enough, it will culminate in an intimate moment shared on the Sky Wheel during a date at the Gold Saucer. Who accompanies Cloud on this date is determined by the player dialogue choices, story decisions, unlocked synergies, and the completion of character-specific odd jobs and side quests. Of course, Aerith and Tifa are not the only companions that can be romanced in Rebirth. So, unless you want to end up on a really awkward date with someone unintended,
once you find your soulmate, you never let him go.
You can use this guide to ensure that you get to see Cloud share special moments with whichever woman you believe to be the girl of his dreams. Hello, I'm Heather at Amalgamingle, and today I want to provide a helpful guide on how to romance Aerith and Tifa. So, let's start with how to romance Tifa. Romancing Tifa begins with a dialogue option in Chapter 2, A New Journey Begins. Tifa asks Cloud if the Mako tank in the city of Calm's village centre reminds him of anything. To get the highest affinity for this, Cloud must respond with, "The place where I made that promise to you." Dialogue choices are ranked from 1 to 3 stars, with 3 stars generating the most affinity with a character.
First one's on me, okay?
That's what I'm talking.
Whilst in the Grasslands region, be sure to complete the A Rare Lost Card side quest, which is considered a Tifa odd job. The next crucial moments are in the Junon region during Chapter 4's Dawn of a New Era. Inside Tifa's room at the inn, Tifa asks Cloud, "Do you remember a guy named Emilio?" And Cloud should respond with, "Only person from the village I remember is you." Smooth as hell. In Upper Junon region, in this chapter you must gain a higher score than the other teams in all formations during the inauguration parade. This will increase both Tifa and Aerith's relationship status with Cloud. Whilst in Junon, there are 2 side quests that relate to Tifa. The first is called Calling All Frogs, which is tons of fun and I wouldn't miss this one anyway.
Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
And then there's Dreaming of Blue Skies, where you have to find the best food option to lure a great condor. Quick tip, to get the best ending in this quest, choose the bovine meat. Next, there is a lot of things that contribute to building up Cloud's affinity with Tifa in the Corel region. During Chapter 6 Fool's Parade, you must demonstrate that Cloud has the same taste in clothes as Tifa. If you choose the swimsuit set Wild Surf for Cloud, then you must also choose the Shining Spirit swim set for Tifa. If you choose the Casual Ocean Chocobo set for Cloud, then you need to choose the Majestic Glamour set for Tifa. Soon after, there's a boss fight on Costa del Sol Beach, and before the fight is initiated, Cloud must choose between 2 parties. The first party is Aerith and Barrett, and the second party is Tifa and Red 13. Of course, which party you choose must include your love interest, so in this case you should choose Tifa and Red 13. There is also a dialogue option during this chapter shortly after the boss battle. When Tifa is at the minibar serving herself a drink, she states that it feels like it's been ages since 7th Heaven. Cloud must respond with the 3-star reply, "Lots happened since then," Whilst in Corel, there's 2 side quests that grant affinity with Tifa. The first one is Gold Cup or Bust, and the second is Bodybuilders in a Bind. Hopefully, doing all those things will mean that Tifa will be your companion for Chapter 8, and this is a good sign. In Chapter 9, The Planet Stirs, follow the trail down to the Shroom's house. Tifa will be at the first house and ask Cloud, what sort of thing would you go for? The best answer is, gotta go with pot roast. Even if it's a lie and your Cloud loves soup, still choose pot roast to romance Tifa. The next dialogue option in Chapter 10, Watcher of the Veil, is more a way to deter Aerith. Cloud watches Aerith give her speech, and afterwards Aerith asks Cloud, did I sound as awkward as I felt? If you want to romance Tifa, you have to choose the worst 1-star option. You just gotta laugh it off. Which is a little mean to Aerith, and is basically saying yes it was awful, but oh well. The next dialogue option appears in Chapter 11, The Long Shadow of Shinra, on the 2nd floor of Tifa's old house. Tifa says, it was taking a toll, then you turned up, and the best response for Cloud is, have I helped you get through it all? There is also a side quest called My White-Haired Angel that grants affinity with Tifa. The only other thing you need to consider throughout your playthrough is that there are 5 synergies that involve Tifa. Successfully executing synergies with her for the first time will help her relationship with Cloud grow. There's Slip and Slide, Soaring Fury, Heavenly Descent, Relentless Rush, and Synchro Cyclone. And basically that's everything you need to know to romance Tifa. If Tifa was your companion in Chapter 8 and your affinity with her is the strongest, in Chapter 12, A Golden Key, where the team enacts the theatre production Loveless, Tifa will take the role of Rosa. Tifa will then accompany Cloud on the Skywheel date at the Gold Saucer. If her bond with Cloud is less than 50%, shown by her emoji above her head as not being light blue, then a standard cutscene will unfold. But if Cloud and Tifa's bond is higher than 50%, with Tifa's emoji showing light blue, an intimate scene will unfold.
It's beautiful.
Now let's look at how to romance Aerith. This romance begins in Calm during Chapter 2, A New Story Begins. You can meet Aerith outside the Magnata bookstore, and she invites Cloud to join her in climbing the clock tower. The best reply is, sure, let's. Such a small but impactful dialogue option, easily missable. When you leave Calm and get to explore the Grasslands region in all its glory, be sure to complete Aerith's side quest Flowers from the Hill, which once again sees Cloud picking flowers with Aerith. Next, in Chapter 4, Dawn of a New Era, in the Junon region, Aerith wants to know if Cloud remembers the details of the first time they met. She asks him, do you remember the first time we met? And Cloud should answer, you shoved a flower in my face, even though this might not sound like the best reply. Whilst in Junon, you must complete Aerith's side quest, Stuck in a Rut, and Beneath Still Waters, to increase your affinity with her. In Upper Junon, just like when romancing Tifa, you must get a higher score than the other teams in all formations in the inauguration parade. We then flash forward a little to Costa del Sol, and this is where the next big decision that will shape Cloud and Aerith's relationship will take place. At the beach, we must demonstrate that Cloud and Aerith has the same taste in beachwear. If you chose Pink Mermaid for Aerith, then Cloud must wear the Wild Surf swimsuit set. But if you chose Floral Delights for Aerith, then Cloud must wear the Ocean Chocobo casual set for the beach. Of course, it's not long until we have a fight in our beachwear. Right before the boss fight, Cloud must choose between 2 parties, Tifa and Red 13 or Aerith and Barrett. Of course, to romance Aerith, or Barrett, you need to jump to Aerith's rescue. In Chapter 6, A New Journey Begins, after the big boss battle, Aerith is standing at the shore looking out at the sea, and she shares with Cloud the following. I start thinking things so dark and ugly that it scares me. To get the most affinity, Cloud should answer with, they're just thoughts. Hopefully doing all those things will result in Aerith being your companion for Chapter 8, All That Glitters. The next player-driven decision comes in Gongaga, during Chapter 9, The Planet Stirs, after the scene with Zack's parents. Aerith can be found outside Zack's parents' house, and she says, pretty selfish, huh? Waltzing in, stirring up memories. And Cloud should reply with the 3-star ranked answer, they didn't seem to mind. Whilst in Gongaga, be sure to complete Aerith's side quest The Spice of Life and Woodland Virgil. Aerith then has a big speech moment in Chapter 10 Watcher of the Veil, and she looks over at Cloud for approval. Cloud can either stop her, smile at her, which is actually a hilarious, pitiful attempt at a smile, or he can encourage her. The latter is the best 3-star choice for building affinity with Aerith. There's just one more dialogue option in Chapter 11, The Long Shadow of Shinra in Nibelheim, that can max out Cloud and Aerith's bond. At the Mako Tower, Aerith teases Cloud about Tifa by saying, "You never came up here, hoping she'd wave." It's quite a jealous statement, unbefitting of Aerith, but it's best for Cloud to just own up to it and reply with, "Sounds like something I'd do." There are also several combat synergies Cloud can perform with Aerith to build affinity, the first time they are performed. There's Combat Saviour, Bodyguard, Spellbound Blast, Firework Blade, and United Refocus. Unless your affinity with Tifa is highest, Aerith will take on the role of Rosa in Loveless during Chapter 12 The Golden Key. Note that Aerith is the default character to play Rosa for all other dates. If your affinity is highest with Aerith, then she will accompany Cloud on the Skywheel date and share a special moment. So there we go. Depending on which woman you want to see Cloud woo, that is everything you need to do to romance either Tifa or Aerith. Note that the Bonds of Friendship mechanic doesn't affect main story events or gameplay, it merely determines who accompanies Cloud in the Gold Saucer, and the dialogue that can happen in Chapter 8 and 12. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments if you would like to know how to romance the other characters. You can also romance Yuffie, Barrett, Red 13, or even be accompanied on the Skywheel by a trio of Kate Sith, Vincent and Sid, by basically having no affinity with any companions. But why would you do that when Tifa and Aerith, two unrealistically gorgeous women, are available to date? And that's all, folks. Before I say farewell, I just want to settle one thing. Now, I don't want to cause trouble, but Tifa is canon. Now, you be kind in the comments section. I've been Heather at Amalgamingle, and thanks for watching.
There must be someone out there who'd want to hang out with a cool person like me.
Stop it.